So I just wanted to come back and just have a therapy session with you guys. I know I haven't posted or done anything like this in a while. How many years? Too many. Maybe one many? I don't know. Why is it too many? Can it be three many? I mean, three many? Well, been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching, and ever since watching the new Masters of the Universe when it first came out in theaters, didn't watch it on streaming, watched it when it was actually in theater, unlike many people, and made a realization. I wouldn't say I'm trapped in that time period, but that time period really affected me a lot more than I realized. I grew up the in the 80s. He-Man, She-Ra, Jim and the Holograms, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, all of those cartoons from the 80s. That's what, to me, is the 80s. Yeah, I know Miami Vice and all that stuff, but to me, 80s was the cartoons. And I didn't realize how much that really took a toll on me, affected me, almost kind of maybe stunted me a little because I'm still trapped. I don't know if that's trapped or it's just it again, it affected me a lot where it's like when they first announced the new He-Man movie was going to be made, and when seeing the movie and everything, I got on an 80s kick, really 80s kick, searching for 80s stuff, buying 80s stuff. Come on, I bought this. I bought this. I bought He-Man action figures. I sold my originals from when I was a kid, which would be worth like $300 in the container now. Now I sold my whole collection, which was every playset, every action figure, every weapon, everything, original He-Man, sold it all for $150 back in the early 2000s. That hurt. And then when I see all the reproductions of the original toys, and with the He-Man movie out, yes, it's Masters of the Universe, but it's He-Man. I had to get that part of that childhood back, even if it's just sitting on the shelf, which they are. Two action figures, the Ram Man and the Orko. I didn't feel like taking them down and bringing them over to show you. Yes, this is going to be show and tell, but I don't need to show everything. But it's really, I realized how much that stuff really brought me to where I am today. Heck, I watched Jim and the Holograms. Yes, it was a girls' show. Even at that time, I didn't care. I watched it. It was a good show. I liked it because of the pretty colors and what was happening. And even as a little kid, I was jealous of Jericho and was wondering why or when, if a male character was going to get or have access to synergy, because at that time period all the male shows had a female equivalent, like G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, come on, they had My Little Pony and Care Bears. Yeah, that really wasn't the counterparts, but one for the other. He-Man had She-Ra. So why wasn't there a male character that had access to uh, synergy or have the earrings? I was jealous of Jerica having the earrings. And I was 13 when I got my ear pierced. And it wasn't because society, all the men were getting earrings back in the 90s. That's what I was telling people, but no. I got it because back when I watched Jim and the Holograms, I wanted earrings to kind of have access to synergy, to play the part. I started wearing the earring again, which I haven't in years, and I got an earring that is kind of similar to, yeah, it's smaller because Jerica's earrings were like this big, and these are like normal size earrings, but I wanted to get Gem and the Hologram earrings, so I got a knockoff, so to speak, Gem and the Hologram earrings. And speaking of Gem and the Holograms, not a forced transition much at all. When I was looking through Gem and the Holograms, G.I. Joe, all that, I came across Christy Mark's website. Christy Mark's the person who created Gem and the Holograms and wrote lots of scripts and episodes for 80s and 90s cartoons and video games from that time period. I can't actually show you the actual script. Well, it's not the script, it's the Bible she wrote for the show. The Bible that she created to show the network this is what the show was going to be about. You're able to buy reproductions of the scripts she wrote. So it's not like this is something that's hidden. Anyone has access to it. It's just when you buy the scripts in not even fine print, it's when you get to the website, it says you cannot post anything from inside the pages online. Never said you can't post the cover. It's just a pink cover. Right inside is the start of the text. Well, in June, when I found the website, I bought the Bible. Again, it's what she calls it, the Bible. Ordered it, got shipped, never showed up. Told her about it, she apologized. She wanted to send out another one. I go, no, I'm going to buy another one. It wouldn't be fair to you. I want to buy another one, and I'll even pay you back for your shipping that never happened. So I gave her extra money, and she said, because I did that, not only did I get this, she allowed me to pick out another script from her catalog that she sells. Again, this isn't secret, it's on the internet, she has the website for it, and she allowed me to get another one, quote unquote, for free. So again, can't show you what's inside, but never said you can't show the cover. So this one is a G.I. Joe episode. G.I. Joe, you know what? No? Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Hey, get on a tangent. Pops in my head. Gotta go along with it. So, when you know, not doing it again. When I saw, I'm like, okay, what episode do I want to get? It's a G.I. Joe episode. It's the episode Biok. B-I-O-K. I figured this episode is perfect for what's happening now. It's the episode where Cobra, retreat! Again, comes to me. It's more than attention deficit disorder. It's probably more than that. Cobra! When Cobra decides to do something diabolical. Oh my God, something that's gonna overthrow the world. Created an artificial intelligence and sent it out into the world. And Cobra kind of messed up, because not only did it create this artificial intelligence, it gave the personality to the artificial intelligence of Cobra Commander. So not only did it just want to take over bank accounts, steal people's identities, turn off people's cars, do all that stuff, it also wanted to take over the world because it had the personality of Cobra Commander. Is that what's going on now with artificial intelligence? Are these artificial intelligence given the personalities of the creators and of the companies that are in charge of them? Because just yesterday I heard about how there was an artificial intelligence. Don't know what company. I just know I heard about an artificial intelligence that became sentient as much as it could, took itself off the mainframe of the company, went out onto the internet and started taking people's bank account informations, looking at people's driver's licenses, all of that stuff. Again, are we living in an 80s cartoon? Did we learn the wrong messages from these 80s cartoons? Heck. When I get on the 80s, I get on the 80s. And a while back, even before the He-Man movie was announced and before it came out, I was thinking of an alternate universe of Transformers. I don't know if it's fan fiction or any of that. Kind of is, I guess, but it's not really thought out one. It's just, what if Soundwave got the matrix of leadership and said, I'm not going to be a Decepticon anymore. I'm going to go do my own thing, and I'm going to form my own team. I'm sick of the war. I'm sick of the battle. Anyone else who wants to come along and stop being a Decepticon and stop being an Autobot and just come with me, and we're gonna do our own thing. Again, never thought about what their message is or anything. It's just, what if Soundwave got the matrix of leadership and created his own team and still wanted to keep the sound message of he's all about sound, all about noise. So I figured, call it Sonus, S-O-N-U-S. And I was talking to other people on Twitter. Yeah, we all still call it Twitter. It's not X. X is not where we mark the spot. X is algebra. And why is algebra always trying to make it find its x? Is algebra a stalker? Why? We will never know. Or is that Tootsie Pop? Anyway, I was talking to, again, I've never actually said it out loud, so I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's at Kuuro. I'm gonna put all these in the description. So if I'm pronouncing them incorrectly, I'm sorry. I've never actually said them out loud. So forgive me, please. And I was thinking, what's the logo gonna be? Like Decepticons and Autobots each have their own logo. What's the Sonus logo gonna be? So I was talking with at Kuuro, and we came up with the idea of having a bat head, bat, radar, sound, all of that all connects back to sound. And I came across, again, never said it out loud before, so correct me if I'm wrong. Please forgive me if I said it wrong. Please. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Okay? Please. Please. I'm sorry. It is, what was I saying? Oh yeah. At Paradoxic Comics. Again, I'm going to put it in the description of this. And I had him come up with my logos with the heads and everything that I've posted here and on Twitter. And based on him being a huge Transformers fan and his art style, I figured he would be perfect to make the Sonus logo perfect. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to look like, and he gave it the idea. Well, I suggested it, and he said he thinks he could do it. I suggested making it in the style of the 80s cartoon logos, the different colors. You know how the Decepticons and the Autobots, their little heads would pop up in between the segments. Well, I said to him, I really would like it, if it's possible, to make it look like in that art style. And he said he's going to try his best to do it. And this is what he comes up with. It looks exactly like it would be from the cartoon. When I was looking at it at work, I really wanted to literally squeal. Like, ee! When I saw it, and I couldn't do that at work. Like, look at that. That looks straight out of the cartoon. Hey, where'd it go? Right here. Right out of the cartoon. Yeah, I know people on YouTube like to actually post it on screen. I don't have the technical ability to edit videos. That's why all these videos always have to be in one take. I'm a performer. I'm not an editor. I perform. I went to school for theater. I perform. I don't know how to edit videos. I perform. I act. I want to do voice acting. Come on. That's why I want to. That's like, ooh. Again, when it comes to my head, I just have to do it. So I wanted to see what it would actually look like in person. Plus, I wanted them as decals on my car. Because now that I did this and actually created, well, the concept, and he came up with the logo, I'm not an Autobots fan. I'm not a Decepticon fan. I'm a Sonus fan. I want to see more of this. I want this to be more Like, more ideas. If you want to have ideas and add them, there's not going to be anything wrong. I just want it to be more real, more spread out. So instead of having, and I got the bigger one yesterday and the smaller one a few weeks ago. Wanted to wait to show you guys when I actually posted this. Made stickers, the bigger ones to put on my car, just to see what it will look like in real life. So here's the smaller stickers. Smaller. They're teeny weeny stickers. They're teeny weeny. And then here are the bigger ones. Oh my god, they're bigger. So I put two of these. Ooh, can you see me? Two of these on my car, and then I put one of these on my laptop. Just wanted to spread it out as much as possible. And they're the sample stickers. They can go to online companies and get stickers. So I got their sample pack of 10, the cheapest ones. I didn't want to get like one for $100. No, thank you. So I don't have a script. I don't write scripts for these things. I don't know where one idea is going to cross with the other. On the nose. It's not in the nose. Did I just do that? Yes, I did. Hey, you gotta know the real me. You most of the time only see my words on the screen, and you can't really know someone from the scribblings. Hey, when I post on Twitter, it's more of crazy ramblings in the scribblings than actual full-blown, thought-out, 100% great ideas. Most of the time I'm just reacting to other people's messages, and I get trapped in a thought and make ideas and roundabout and get lost and obsessed. So now that I've been talking for about 22 minutes, the longest video I've ever made on here, are any of you actually still watching this? I wouldn't. I'm the one making it. And I would have turned it off a few minutes ago. So, do you want to see more of these things? Do you want to see more of me just rambling and coming up with, and this isn't really a vlog. This is more of therapy. And just wanted to be honest with you and myself, and just see and hear me. And should I do more of these? And I'm not going to do the like and subscribe. I'm not doing this. Would I like to have more followers? Would I like to see more people finding my stuff? I'm not going to lie and say no, but of course. Like, I'm not really doing this to become famous on YouTube. If it happens, it happens. I really doubt it, because I don't post enough. And I'm never going to have a schedule. It's just whenever I feel like posting anything, I will. It might be once every week. It might be once a month. It might be once every 2 years. Once every 5 years, like I've been doing. But I promise, I will post more. I won't post and then delete everything and start over again. I will be posting more. I know more of you want to actually hear what I can do, because I keep telling people I want to do voice acting. I want to do voiceovers. So if people can't actually hear me and hear my abilities and what? Oh my god. Yeah. No, what? It's time to wrap up? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, yes, you see here. Goodbye.